My ex-husband cheated with my sister, and 6 years later, he decided to write and express his regret. This is a story of betrayal, loss, and the rebirth of hope. A new life, a happy family, and future changes are on the horizon, yet shadows of the past still linger. This is Real Talk Tales, the channel where I share real people's stories. My ex-husband cheated on me with my sister, and 6 years later, he wrote me a letter. I'm 33 now. I met my ex-husband Dan when I was 18. He's 40 now. We met at the restaurant where I was celebrating my birthday. He was a very charming and attractive man who made me feel loved and special. For context, I grew up in a troubled family. My parents constantly argued. Sometimes my father would leave and not come back for months. He died before my sister Abby was born. She's 25 now. From the moment she was born, my mom was very attached to Abby, often ignoring me. She tried to be a good mother and provided for me, but I always felt something was missing. After Dan came into my life, that feeling disappeared. He supported me and was caring. He constantly gave me gifts and took me on long walks. I felt complete when I was with him. We married after 4 years together. I wanted to start a family immediately and have a child, but Dan insisted I finish my master's degree and build a career first. He wanted us to be financially stable before having children. Honestly, he was the best husband I could have imagined. But after 5 years of a happy marriage, I found out that Dan was cheating on me with Abby. I discovered it when Dan made an excuse that he was going away for a week for work. But in reality, he stayed in town and booked a hotel room where he and Abby met. It had been going on for 6 months behind my back. I was devastated. Abby and I had been close since childhood. I loved her and cared for her. I don't understand how she could do this to me. After everything came out, Dan and I argued. I asked how he could do such a thing, especially with my sister, who had just turned 19. He said he no longer loved me, that I didn't give him enough attention, and that I wasn't the girl he fell in love with anymore. Amidst all this, I found out I was pregnant, but due to the stress, I lost the baby. He didn't even bother to visit me in the hospital. He was with my sister the whole time I was there. I should have seen the signs. Abby was always too affectionate with Dan, and he sometimes looked at her. It's still very painful for me. As usual, my mom took Abby's side and told me to just accept it. I wanted to leave them all because I had no one left who was dear to me. I lost my child, husband, and whole family. But my best friend, Tina, my savior, came to my rescue. She was planning to move to another state and offered for me to come with her. I agreed. By then, I was divorced, and we lived in a small town, so of course, I ran into my ex and my sister. It took me some time to settle in the new place, but I met kind people who helped heal some of my wounds, though I still have trust issues. In the new city, I met my current husband, Tony. He's 32. A year after moving, I was very cautious and had my defenses up, but he showed me that he deserved my trust and loves me very much. I was so happy with him that I almost forgot about the life I left in my hometown. His parents turned out to be very welcoming and generous. We got married a year ago, and now I'm pregnant with our first child. Yesterday, I received a letter from my ex-husband, Dan. It brought back all the bad memories. To paraphrase his letter, he wrote that he misses me. He tried to find me, but couldn't. He's very unhappy with my sister. She's very foolish and doesn't care for him like I did. I baked him cakes and organized birthdays, but Abby just sent him a text and didn't even bother to buy a cake. Plus, she's very rude, doesn't respect him, and always hangs out at the bar with friends. He also mentioned that she's already cheated on him 5 times, the last affair being with his cousin. Our mom doesn't stop her either. He'll soon file for divorce, but lately he's been missing me and wants us to try again, to become a family like before. I don't often use social media, only Instagram, where my profile is private, so he probably doesn't know I'm married and decided to write me. Update 1. I'm writing a letter to him, and here's how it goes. Dan, I'm sorry to hear that you're suffering, but I'll never be with you. I used to be the girl who would accept you without hesitation. But that girl is gone. She died the day I had a miscarriage. I called you, but you didn't pick up. Now I'm married to a wonderful man who loves and values me, and I'm pregnant with our first child. I'm starting a new chapter in my life with someone I love and deeply care about. So please, never contact me again. You made your choice and chose my sister, who was only 18, over me. Whether she cheats on you or disrespects you, someone like you doesn't deserve loyalty or respect. I've left my old life in my old town, and you should move on and reflect on your life. You're just an insecure man afraid of aging, thinking a young girl by your side would improve your life. Within an hour of sending the letter, he wrote back, saying he was foolish enough to believe I'd still be waiting for him. But regardless, I always would be his baby. It made me sick. He used to call me that, but now it disgusts me. I also received letters from my mom and sister. My mom congratulated me and was thrilled that I'm pregnant. My sister said the same, mentioning how she'll be a cool aunt. I can't believe they said that. They forgot how they treated me when I needed their love and support. And they betrayed me. I cried a lot after reading those messages. I've blocked them all. I'm 5 months pregnant and don't need the extra stress. May God bless my husband. When I cried, he comforted me and then took me out for ice cream. I hope I can get through this. Update 2. A letter from my ex hit me like a bolt from the blue, bringing back all the awful things he and his sister did. I still don't know how my mom and sister found out about my pregnancy. I try to stay under the radar, and I haven't posted any pictures with my belly on social media or made any announcements. It really scared me, but my husband Tony was there the whole time, reassuring me. I was a bit afraid my mom and sister might find me, but he assured me that we're hundreds of kilometers away from them, on the opposite side of the country. I worry that they might want to see my child, but Tony said he'd talk to his uncle, who's a police officer, and assured me that even if they came here and tried to intrude, they wouldn't be able to harm me. He plans to consult a lawyer about this and told me not to worry about my ex. He can't hurt me anymore. My husband even joked that we'd move to another country if necessary. Someone in the comments suggested I warn daycares about my mom and sister in case they try to take my child, but we don't plan on sending her to daycare. Although I'm working now, I've decided to quit and take care of our baby, focusing on recovery after childbirth. I have decent savings in my account, and this is my personal decision. I'll return to work when our little princess grows up. My in-laws are wonderful people living nearby, and they've offered to help with the baby. I have great support: Tina, my husband, and his parents. They are very kind and have always helped me. I don't know what the future holds, but at least I'm surrounded by good people, which I never had in childhood. Viewer comments. I'm surprised she didn't realize that her mom and sister found out about the pregnancy, said her ex. Honestly, I'm amazed that her ex tried to rekindle their relationship instead of going to the local school to try and pick up another 18-year-old. What a creep! Now that he's 40, he probably can't successfully hit on kids anymore. A naive 18-year-old might believe a guy in his 30s when he tells her she's special and mature for her age, especially if he's attractive. But after 40, it's much harder for him to pretend to be a cool guy. Most teens would see him as an awkward peer of their parents. I totally agree. When I was 18 and working in a grocery store, people aged 22 to 28 seemed like older buddies, and those over 35 just seemed old. So the older you get, the harder it is to go after schoolgirls. This story touched me deeply. It's truly sad that those closest to us can betray, but it's also a reminder of our inner strength. I admire the main character for leaving the past behind and finding true happiness. It highlights the importance of support from those who genuinely value us. I hope everyone who watches this video finds the strength to move forward and believe in new beginnings. Thank you for watching this incredible story with us. If it was interesting or valuable to you, like and subscribe to the channel so as not to miss the next stories.